hug here at Baseload Coffee. Welcome to Coffee with Baseload here at Baseload headquarters in Stockholm. Welcome, Simon.
Thank you very much.
Investor manager at Baseload Capital.
Yes.
How long have you been with us?
Almost 3 years now. So I started in 2019, so almost 3 years. Yeah, best 3 years of my life.
Is it?
Yes, of course.
You hesitated for a while there. Yeah. What's been the best part? I mean,
it's for me. It's really, to feel that you're part of doing a real change. All of my previous jobs has been, in a similar position, trying to establish something new, setting up businesses. But now, being actual to contribute to the energy transition, really makes it fun to go to the office every morning.
Do you know that you have like a major important role in the vision and the mission making of Baseload Capital?
I don't know that I have, but I know that Baseload has.
No, but actually we sent out a questionnaire to all the employees, and we asked what does Baseload do, what do you want it to do, and we also asked why do you work at Baseload.
Yeah.
And I today to this day still remember what you wrote down word by word. There were so many nice things why people work at Baseload. They really want to make a difference, but I still remember you said, I want to be able to look my grandkids in the eyes when they ask me what I did at the time when we could have done something.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Vaguely now when you tell me. Yeah. So yes, I do. But I really think we will probably look back at this time period, from the future and say like, wow, that was how could we not do the transition quicker, or how did we not use our resources more efficiently, and how could we just go on? There is a change and it's happening, but I think we will sort of look back as we do on things from today to the past and think like, oh, we were pretty weird back then. We'll probably do the same in the future, looking back now.
But then you can actually be proud then when you're looking back.
Maybe, but I view it not only like, I'm just a person. It's really Baseload and the team that are doing it.
Baseload and team, and I think the industry in a sense as well.
Yeah. For sure,
Yeah.
For sure, definitely. The broader perspective, Baseload, we are a tiny part of the industry. But it's just from my context, it's
Definitely.
Baseload is my platform.
I think that we are really united in collaboration here, and I think that's maybe why it is fun to work at Baseload Capital as well, because we're not only collaborating internally, but we really try to find good collaborations outside.
Yes.
And that's actually one of the reasons why we're here today.
Okay.
Yeah, because as we've done the webinars and different like other things together with the Switch, for example, we always get a lot of questions, but we never have the time to answer them. So we decided we need to have some kind of a format where we actually answer the questions that come to Baseload about Baseload, because we actually talk very much about collaboration, so we forget to talk about Baseload in a sense. And that's why we invite everybody to fika. So.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're invited to fika.
Am I only invited, or can I also actually eat?
You can actually eat.
Ooh.
It's true.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look really delicious.
But you're the healthy person, so I'm not sure. I actually would like to have on video that you take a bite. Can I get that on video?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. Give me a bite, a big one, and I'll go with this one as well. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Very good, huh?
Extremely good.
It's so sweet. You should really try this. So we have to take a break now so we can chew. In the end. To this it comes coffee. And my big question is always, how do you take your coffee? With milk, black? What's your coffee taste?
The most important thing for me, I think, is volume. I want to have a large cup of coffee that I can drink for a long time. So I never order a espresso.
I'm with you there. I also like the big cup of coffee. You're going around like
Yeah. So even when I
Full
go,
coffee.
so even when I go to a cafe, I usually order, in Swedish it's bryggkaffe, just straight from the can, big. But half of the time I do black, half of the time I do with milk.
Good, good. I hope you sit with us also with a cup of coffee and have a break. We have got a question that I think that you're very suited to answer because of your experience working very much in different areas. And let me read it out loud because I want to get this right. So the question is, what's the difference and why? What's the difference between low enthalpy, high enthalpy? Why is one of them working better and is more out there than the other? So why is high enthalpy bigger when it comes to geothermal than low enthalpy? And let's just start there. I mean, that's a really, really difficult name to say. What is the difference? Let's start there.
Enthalpy. Yeah. So another way to ask the same question is, why haven't we seen so much development with low and medium temperature developments yet? And just to clarification on the definition, usually at baseload, we talk about when we talk about low and medium temperatures, it's usually below 200 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah.
So below 200 degrees Celsius, that is
low medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. But around 200. Some people say 220 and so on, but around 200 degrees Celsius. And one of the reasons is because it's simply been easier to use other energy resources. It's cheaper to burn coal or gas than to build a geothermal power plant. Another reason is technology, or maybe rather the lack of technology. I mean, the drilling is really expensive. If you look at the power generator, a challenge has been the efficiency in the past. But that is all changing now. Similar to what we have seen in solar and wind, there has been huge improvements also in geothermal technology. So,
can you see a country where the perspective of low enthalpy has changed?
Yeah. So I mean, if we take the country that I'm most familiar with, Taiwan, they have definitely they are a good example of a country where they first said that no, we can't do geothermal here, but now 2021 they actually put their first power plant online. So I think that is.
And I think that they also have like a big goal for the country as well. Is it 2030 that they want to have X amount of megawatts online when it comes to power plant?
Yeah. So I think that Taiwan has realized that you can actually make profitable projects on low and medium enthalpy. I mean, just to give you a story. I mean, when I moved to Taiwan back in 2019, and we started to set up our business over there, I always heard the stories of the power plant that they built in the 80s, and how it later, it didn't work and the project failed. And then the general consensus has sort of been in Taiwan that no, we can't do geothermal energy production. We can only do bathing. So they have a huge amount of onsen spas, but not bathing. But now what we can see, is like I said, the first power plant came online last year. The government has put geothermal as top of the renewable agenda. And we can see that there are, not only baseload that are active in the market, we also have the government oil and gas company who are drilling wells, and we have some private developers who are building projects. So I think that Taiwan is a good example of, being, especially, Taiwan being located, the neighbors are Indonesia, Philippines. Yeah, exactly. So, they've sort of been, why aren't you guys doing anything? But now I think they have, realized that, hey guys, we actually have a huge potential over here, and you can build low medium enthalpy geothermal power plants in a profitable way.
Would you consider it being a new trend within the geothermal industry? Is this where the future is?
I mean, it's a boring phrase, low-hanging fruits. But
Yeah.
I mean, the low-hanging fruits has been these, high-temperature resources that has been developed and been online for a while. And now I think, we need to start moving down to say, take the other opportunities. And definitely Taiwan, it's definitely a sign of the trend that more and more countries are realizing that, hey guys, the power that we have under our feet can actually be a solution to our energy problem.
Interesting. So if you want to make sure to follow a trend, check out Taiwan.
Yes, please.
Correct?
Taiwan.
Because there we have a lot of interesting things happening.
Yes, and Taiwan is a fantastic country,
Yeah.
and the geothermal is very integrated into their society. I mean, they have like Japan, they have a culture of bathing in onsen, and also it's cinnamon buns are really good, but the best eggs I've ever had was in Taiwan. They boil eggs and corn in their geothermal waters. It becomes naturally salty and very good.
Whoa! So that's gonna like blow away fika.
Yes. Geothermal eggs. No more cinnamon buns.
Yeah,
I think
no.
eggs should be more healthy also. I don't know.
It will probably, but with that said, I'm gonna take a big bite from my cinnamon bun because I really enjoy it still. I won't change it to an egg, and I hope that you at home now also take your coffee and maybe a boiled egg, a geothermal boiled egg,
Yes.
or just sit down, think about what you just learned. I learned a lot. Thank you, Simon, for
Thank you,
being here.
Christina.
I enjoyed talking to you, and the additional extra for the inspiration about the vision.
See
We
you in
want
Taiwan.
to bring balance to the planet, and yes, we see you in Taiwan, definitely. Cheers with the
Cheers.
cinnamon bun. Cheers. How do you eat your cinnamon bun? Do you eat them?
How I eat my cinnamon buns. I mean,
Do you tear them up? Yeah, you tear them apart.
yeah, this is.
Oh no. That would be
But I think I'm more of a big bite kind of guy. I just followed your lead here.
yeah. I know Penny she's tearing bits and pieces apart.
Big bites.
Big bites. Cheers.
Cheers.